Welcome back to Iowa Live. Lou and Michelle here with one of the most fun people that we know, Robin Sullivan.
Kevin Miller.
It's her for sure.
This lady always knows how to have a good time because you have a store that is so cool. You have something that you're offering to people that makes them feel better, and which means their life is better, and then your life gets better because their life is better.
Yeah.
We're talking about OsteoStrong, and what a neat concept this is. We're going to explain the different benefits of OsteoStrong here in just a couple of seconds. Also joining her is Kevin Miller. He's a member of OsteoStrong. You've been a member since?
Last November.
Last November.
Right.
So we rehearsed that earlier. So Robin, tell everybody about OsteoStrong and why it's so special.
OsteoStrong was developed, they found a niche in the market that osteopenia and osteoporosis is a huge problem in America. More incidents of osteoporosis fractures than breast cancer, strokes, and heart attacks in a year.
Really?
So it's a huge problem, a huge insurance issue, lifestyle. So they developed a system to combat that problem in a natural way. So it stimulates your osteoblasts, which many people don't know, but it builds bone. So it lays down the formation of bone. Stimulating that bone growth gives you stronger bones, the capability to live life the way you once did, or better. It stimulates your ATP, which is your most organic energy molecule in your body, so it gives you more energy. Your body just feels better and more capable. And the greatest thing about it is members leave and they all feel better. Like, I haven't had a member that left that was like, it's just okay.
So it's a noticeable feeling that people will have.
Yeah,
Noticeable change. Now, something else that's really neat about OsteoStrong is that the number of times you need to do this in a week and how long it takes to get results, because that is key, isn't it?
Yeah, so it stimulates your osteoblast, and that stimulus lasts for 7 to 10 days. So you come in once a week, unless you want to come see us more. Once a week, and it takes 10 to 15 minutes to go through the system, and then we have some added things, but the system alone takes 10 to 15 minutes once a week, and it lasts for 7 to 10 days.
So if you were really on a tight time constraints, 15 minutes once a week, in, out, and everything is done.
Yes.
Is that amazing?
So, but you'd mentioned you could come in more than that. So if somebody does come in more frequently, does that build that more quickly?
So you can only
or
do
how
the
does that-
system once a week. You
Okay.
can do it more, but it's not going to give you added benefit. But we do have extra modalities that you can use, like the X3 bar, the hydro massage, and the PIMF mat are also things that you can use more than once a week.
All right, so Kevin, what brought you into OsteoStrong first?
Well, I met Mrs. Personality here, and I was just
brings you
drawn
right in,
I was
right?
drawn in. So no, I've known her and her husband for a long time, and they opened up OsteoStrong, and so I went up and visited and tested out the machines, and I wanted to try it for myself. I'm CrossFit, wrestling, go hard as you can, triathlons, push yourself to the limits. And I was like, how can a static movement, not a static position, create more health? And so I started studying it, and being a chiropractor, I see bones all the time.
So you're
in
no
the spine,
stranger to what is going on here and some of the effects that we were talking about.
Osteoporosis is very devastating, not only fractures, but in the spinal level, just the misalignments, muscles get weak, neurology gets affected. So very huge problem in our country right now. So I wanted to go try it and see what it does. And 4 basic positions, it's very easy to do. 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes. You do a push, chest, upper body, kind of like a wheelbarrow lift, hip sled. So you push against a static, platform with your lower body, and then like a crunch for abdominals. And what it does is it just increases the load on the bones. So like Robin was saying, the osteoblast formation is going to lay down calcium, magnesium into the bones, and that's what makes the bones really tense, and it's called a tensile strength. So a tensile load on those bones is going to stimulate that production of them. And you don't want osteoclast, which is the opposite of osteoblast. That's going to start breaking the bones down. And just from my experience, I was like, this isn't gonna be a huge difference. But every time I came in and it went up and up and up, the readings, they have a great computer screen so you can see exactly what your readings are. And I think the chest one, the upper body one, went from like 730 to 1150. that's where I'm at now. And just the increase once a week, I didn't change any other workout type things.
So you don't
just
have to,
increased.
you don't have to alter any other workouts that you do. You just add this to your
that
repertoire
in.
of things that you're doing every week.
Yeah, and it can be for athletes. It can be for 79-year-old grandma that needs help with her bones, and it's very effective. That loading, and it's different because bone loading happens over a long period of time. So that's why you only have to do it once a week, because it's not like a muscle. The metabolism isn't. You don't need to do it every day.
So you have to trigger it.
You have to trigger it, and then it'll last.
And then it starts doing its thing, and then you trigger it again, and it'll keep on building.
Absolutely.
So talk about how knowing that you can affect this side of thing, and looking at the patients that you work with, and knowing that how that affects maybe how you're helping treat these patients.
Yeah. Well, when the bones get stronger at the spinal level, when there is osteoporosis, other things that can happen is the bones shift out of alignment. The osteoporosis, it can cause osteophytes or osteoarthritis can happen, and then the muscles get weak because there's no tensile pressure on the muscles. And so those muscles get weak, which affect, there's little nerve endings in those, they're called Golgi tendon fibers, or the muscle spindles that actually talk to your brain.
Okay.
And so when they get weak, then it starts affecting your brain, especially up here in your prefrontal cortex. And then a whole bunch of cascade events happen. Stress, stress hormones get released throughout your body. So it creates, when you do get strong and flexible in mobility, then it creates a healthy response versus one thing that can happen is a pain response. And chronic pain people, that's what if you go and move those and contract those muscles, it's going to help with the chronic pain issues also.
Right. And you've seen things like this happen to some of your patients. Tell everybody about your practice.
Yeah. Well, just chiropractic practice, EP True Chiropractic, and I think our missions are the same, Robin and I, that's why we connect so well, is we just want to help people live the best life they can, so they can go out and go to work, take care of the kids, be grandma and grandpa, whatever their purpose is in life. We want to help them do that and do it to a high ability and functionality. But unfortunately, in our country, it's not happening. There's a lot of sick people out there. I mean, you can scroll through, social media and see how many people are asking for a prayer today. Like, that just breaks my heart, and I know it breaks Robin's heart, because we don't want that to happen. We want to make people healthy and get to the root cause, so they can live life to their fullest every single day.
It really does. You see marked improvement in a short period of time, and it's measured. You can look at it on a graph right in front of you, and that gives you more inspiration to do this. Now, maybe somebody wants to come over and they want to check out your place. They're saying this almost sounds really almost too good to be true, but it is really, really beneficial to go in and see it firsthand, isn't it?
Yeah, and first session, you can take a tour in a first session for free. It takes about 45 minutes, but Nikki does a lot of the first session tours. She's our amazing lead session coach there, and she has tons of knowledge on the system. So she takes you through your first session. If you have any questions, she answers them, and and you'll get addicted.
You will. It's something you're going to want to do. You'll feel better, like you mentioned. You will feel better when you leave the facility after just a short period of time, 10, 15 minutes if your time constraints. But if time allows you, you have a chance, and you have a water massage bed that is there. You have magnetic chair. What's the magnetic chair?
Pulsed electromagnetic field mat. It recovers you on a molecular level. That's a whole other science.
Which is really neat. We'll talk about that later. And then also you assist with balance too.
Yes.
You have a couple of balance plates. You can just perfect your balance and get a little bit better, a little bit more stable.
Yes. Yeah, balance is a big thing with fracture prevention, so it's huge.
So all this in one place.
It's so
Michelle.
encouraging to know that you can affect that and build that back up. Something that you once think once that's lost, it's lost. So it's really encouraging to know that there's technology.
Okay, Robin, where are we going?
9761 University. It's across from Valley West Mall, on the corner of University by Talbot's and Nick's Bar and Grill. And we're open for new appointments on Mondays and Wednesdays, and existing members Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it. Kevin, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
We appreciate all the insight. Perfect.